All right, everybody, it is your boy Mike back at it again with another Dokkan Battle video. I am here with the legendary Kid Goku who has grown up to Teen Goku. Go ahead, say hello, Teen Goku.
Hey, it's me, Goku. My voice is higher than regular Goku because I'm still a teenager.
So real, so real, so real. Like I said, it's gonna be an adjustment period for that, but I'm okay with them doing that, even if it is a little bit weird. But let's go ahead and hop into the units. They finally did it where they dropped both the global and the JP translations at the same time, even though we're doing this at 2 o'clock and not 5 a.m. like they did yesterday. But I'll still take it. Like the fact that they didn't fumble how they always do it, where it's like, all right, we're gonna drop the global info 3 hours late. My bad, OGs, or 30 minutes late, whatever. I'll easily take this over the stuff like that. But Krillin, Siberian unit, the leader skill doesn't matter. I guess if you're doing Ultimate Clash and stuff, this is definitely a good leader. Just Kamehameha and World Tournament. Kamehameha leaders are always very good. Have lots of units and stuff like that. World Tournament's okay, I guess. Now that we're actually getting viable World Tournament units, though, I guess it's definitely something that's fine. 150% attack and defense, plus an additional 100% when performing a super attack. Then he gives support to World Tournament allies, key +2 and 40%, which is definitely pretty good, considering that you could definitely just run this guy with Goku. From what I've seen, he's also linking up pretty well with Goku. I think he shares like 6 out of 7, 5 out of 7 links, something like that.
Yeah, it's 6 out of 7.
Yeah,
Oh, So, go-
Brainiacs. So then, yeah, that key and attack and defense support is definitely going to be really good. Key +2 and an additional attack and defense 100%. Performing a critical hit 4 turns after receiving an attack. So definitely he's gonna not suffer for key issues too much, especially with, like I was saying, the Dragon Ball links that he's gonna be getting with Goku. And most of the time you're gonna be wanting to run this guy next to Goku regardless. Reduces damage received by 20%. Very good. Plus an additional 40 or 20% when before attacking, and an additional 20% when facing only one enemy. I uh, I'm kind of curious to see how the harder content events are going to, I guess, evolve in a way, because they keep something I've noticed recently is that with some of these passives that they're doing it against one enemy, or making it where the passives interchange between one and multiple enemies. So I'm almost wondering if the next hard content is going to be something that's going to have multiple enemies, because it is kind of weird that they are spamming I'll like almost single target enemies a bit, where later on when they drop multiple enemies and all of these units aren't going to be viable anymore.
right. I
But
mean, look at the last time they dropped hard content with two enemies at the end. Game 1, Game 2, Red Zone.
mhm,
And it was pretty easy compared to the rest of the Red Zone. Even Red Zone Cell Max was pretty weak for some reason.
right, I would say I, I'm 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 wondering if they're trying to like push um, units, like, well, I guess we'll see. But I'm wondering if they're gonna try to start pushing units that are just better in one specific content. Like, let's say that this guy is good for red zone and stuff like that. And then later on, when SBR does get another jump in difficulty, because we've already seen that Goku Black, I believe, was hitting over 1 million super on turn one. I wonder if they're gonna start trying to make it where you have to use certain units to basically be able to beat the event and stuff like that. Since like I said, they're making it where it's almost like you have to. You This one, Krillin obviously only wants to be facing a one target event, even though he'll still definitely be viable, from what I'm reading at least. Even if you do take him into a two target red zone, I guess. Even I guess before attacking he'll have 40%, and then after it'll be 20%. But the one thing I am kind of sad about is that they only gave him attack raise on super. I'm assuming he's probably just not going to do too much offensively, which is the same thing I kind of didn't like about Vegeta, was that they just gave him attack. where they could have just easily just put defense and then made him just like a almost like a side banner unit wall. But
Right. I mean, looking at this Krillin, I don't think he's gonna be fine in slot one. And even
right.
though he gets an extra 20% damage reduction, it's just I think of units like the Int Super Saiyan Goten and the Tech Super Saiyan Trunks, the really old ones.
Mm,
And they kind of work like that, where they get they want to be in certain slots to get higher damage reduction and all that stuff. But then what happens is that you put them in the slot, they eat a lot of damage, and then they get the damage reduction, and it's like sure they'll be fine after that, but like was it really worth it to put them in the slot one? I don't think so.
right. I think one thing that I just remembered, but that definitely is something that will help this guy age better too, is we're starting to see hard content again where the enemy is attacking multiple times. It happened at the start with Baby, and that one was like a really hard thing, and now it's happening again with Shenron, where he's just doing a bunch of AOE attacks. So definitely having the 20% before attacking, even if you're just delegating him to the slot three, uh, would definitely just be fine. I mean, it's like I said, it's gonna help him age better just having that extra 20% damage reduction. But again, well, I want to see how this guy looks in game. His stats look relatively fine. Defense is a little bit lower than I would like, I would say, but I,
Right.
anything other than that, I mean, nothing that equipment can't fix.
True.
you know. And then like I was saying, attack raise and then lower on super. The lower might help, I guess, like in an SBR, but you're not going to see that too often. I think that he's just probably going to be hitting similar attack sets to what Vegeta was, which isn't like anything spectacular, but it's not anything to, I guess, to overlook. They'll just be fine, better
Right.
than the usual. And then we got Tien Shinhan, of course. Got attack and defense raise on super, which is definitely better than Krillin, but his he gets the key plus three in attack and defense 100%, launches three additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of supering, plus an additional 100% attack when performing a super, plus an additional 44% attack and defense within the same turn with each super performed, high chance of evading enemies' attacks when only one enemy is faced. See, it's just the thing again I was talking about where it's just like they're pushing that one enemy for these. So I'm almost wondering if that next content's just going to be like two plus enemies or something. But I do think Krillin is definitely the better one out of these guys because this is just raw stats, and that's going to definitely age out a lot worse than damage reduction. I think probably, yeah.
Right. I
That
mean,
that
he
and this guy is a
yeah.
lot more uh, luck based. You either dodge or you die.
Right, right. I mean, this Tien, he's pretty much just that free to play int forearm Tien, but just as a summonable unit.
Right. I was just about to say
Um,
that too. That he's like just an upgraded version.
I mean, his links definitely are very interesting. I mean, obviously he's gonna work well with the new Goku and the Krillin and Piccolo,
Right.
but he also has shocking speed, which is good for other units. If you don't have Goku and for some reason you have Yamcha like me, you can be running Yamcha as lead, and then Tien here can at least give Yamcha shocking speed.
That's true. That's
So
true.
there's some good stuff with his links. His categories are, uh, you know, but what do you expect? It's Tien.
Right. Right. I mean, like there's the same thing with Krillin where he just didn't have too much categories, but for the categories that he's on, it's definitely fine because it's just I guess it's just World Tournament that it's just that's the biggest boost out of all of this is just all of these World Tournament units are definitely making it where it's a viable category now because you're gonna have technically four, even if you
Hmm.
don't want to be linking them up together. It is still four new units, and then if you're taking that actual World Tournament units like the event, you get Jackie Chun in there and stuff like that. I think it might be a viable team. It might be like one unit short, but you know. I'm fine with the categories, I would say, because it is buffing a lot of the weaker categories. Like I was saying, World Tournament is now becoming something that you could actually use. I know that Earthlings is kind of getting a little bit better with Yamcha. Earthbred Fighters is definitely gonna need um better options probably along the way, even if it does have like a lot of Gokus and stuff, but it's just with the diversity of the category, it I don't know if you want to be running a Yamcha who doesn't link up too well with a lot of Gokus, you know. So it,
Right, but right now, I mean, especially because there's Goku later on in the video, you'll see he has a pretty good leader skill.
yeah,
That is definitely gonna definitely help Earthbred fighters out.
right. Like I was gonna say is that like it kind of almost splits the category into two, where you got the Earthlings side of the Earthbred Wider, oh,
Uh,
Earthbred fighters, and then you got the Saiyan side of the Earthbred fighters and hybrid Saiyans, which are gonna link a lot better. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, you're probably gonna want to run these guys with like Yamcha and Krillin with Yamcha and stuff like that, and Goku too. And then here we got the big boy himself. We got Piccolo Jr. Finally, it only took how many years for one of the hypest moments in Dragon Ball to come over.
right. You know, I am surprised they have not brought back the Piccolo Junior Super Strike event,
Hmm.
especially during the celebration. You know, like obviously Cyborg Tao was the second option, but at the same time, it's kind of like why? You know, I mean, I can guarantee you, no one's going to be running Cyborg Tao. You know why? He doesn't have any Dragon Ball links. They decided in their infinite wisdom when making that unit, they're like, well, he won't have any Dragon Ball links, and he'll be bad. I mean, look, it's the same thing with the LR Tau. He came
Right.
out and he has like brutal beatdown, coward, just links like that that aren't gonna work.
Yeah,
But
but he throws a grenade.
yeah, right, right. He has a kill. He has a dope OST though. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
Piccolo. Here, I'll read it this time. Gifted Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors, a Giant Form category, key +3, an HP attack and defense 170, plus an additional HP attack and defense plus 30% for characters who are belong to the Battle of Fate or World Tournament category. So right off the bat, um, his 200% doesn't have a lot of good units. I can think of two off the bat: Golden Frieza and Orange Piccolo.
Right, right.
Those are two really good units. You know, finally, Orange Piccolo gets to use his transform link.
He unfortunately doesn't get to use the other six that he has in his kit. Well, I guess five that he has in his kit because no Namekian.
Yep, he's no Namekian link. You love to see it.
You love to see it. Uh,
And I mean, other units that are on here, like I know Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas are on this category. I know like there's just like a bunch of Vegetas. Greedy Vegeta, that's a unit right there. That if he had big bad bosses right now, he would definitely work on this team
right.
because then he would have had 3 out of 7 links. But you know, for some reason they decided with that unit too. No big bad bosses. The old TUR can have it, but not the LR.
Right. Wait. I'm actually. Did they name him Giant Form? Okay, they did name him Giant Form. I didn't know if because I was thinking of linking him with the STR one if but
Right.
nope.
All right, here we go. Passive skill: Demon King's Grudge. Activates the entrance animation upon entry, once only. High chance of launching an additional super attack for 1 turn from start of turn. Key +2, and attack and defense 101% for 5 turns from start of turn. Key +3, and attack and defense 150%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% with each super attack performed up to 100%. Attacks effective against all types when facing only one enemy. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack, plus an additional attack and defense 60% within the same turn after receiving an attack, plus an additional attack and defense plus 100% in all enemies attacks and defense minus 30% as the first attacker in a turn, plus an additional attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack, and high chance of launching an additional super attack as a second or third attacker in a turn. Turns into giant form when conditions are met.
You could definitely tell that when they did the update to the passives, I want to say like 2 or 3 updates ago, where they're like, "Oh yeah, so instead of the limit being 3, it's now 4 or whatever that they said that they're doing for the like limit for the passives." You could definitely tell that it all came into play here because the amount of just paragraphs inside of this is the amount of times I heard you say plus an additional is insane.
Yep, he has what is it? He has the 101% attack and defense from start for 5 turns. Then he has attack and defense 150% just starting out. And
Mm.
then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 20%, it's 100%. And then he gets to 60% when he receives the attack. And then he gets another 100% attack and defense as the first attacker. And then second and third slot he gets an additional attack and defense plus 100%.
Right, and then he
So he can
also
get
performs an additional super, which is an
500.
additional attack and defense plus 30%.
Oh, I mean, this is just. It's a lot of numbers adding up to each other. I can see this guy hitting very, very hard and defending pretty well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is able to hit over a million defense, probably a rainbow. I like
For sure.
the
For
amount
sure.
the amount of just multiplicative here and there. Got the multiplicative with the each super attack. You got the multiplicative with getting the attack received. You get the multiplicative with the performing a super attack. Like it's over. It's
Yeah.
over.
I mean, really? I mean, it just helps this guy is a TOR, you know? I say that just because look at his links.
Right.
So you're not gonna like besides running him on Earthbred Fighters, where he's gonna have these links, um, it's just gonna be hard. It would have been hard for him if he was an LR. So I'm glad that he's a TOR,
Right.
especially because all the crazy shit that he does.
I I would definitely say the same. Like I know that people were hoping that the that these units were going to be LRs so that way we could see more animations and more this and more that. I think we've gotten a heap of animations, which I'm about to show later on. But I am, I would say I'm glad that they didn't make them into LRs, just because not only is it harder to pull the units because they're going to have more SSRs into the featured pull, but they're also going to make it where the banners are generally worse because at that point they just have to slot in options like 2 or 3 bad TURs that are always just like unrunnable. Oh man, I really wanted Raditz in this banner. Like uh and then just making it where like I was saying it's just a TURs, it's just once you actually pull them, it doesn't take as much time to awaken them. So it's like
Right,
I'm able to use them even faster. So it's just I think it's just an all around better experience. And we've already gotten so many LRs, and we also got the New Year's TURs that were turned into LRs. I think if they are going to make it where they do want to be turning these Dokkan Fests into LRs instead of TURs, that they need to slow down a bit and definitely just put the brakes on maybe doing it where they only change one a year, if that. Because I don't want the LR to be oversaturated. I don't want the stocks and LRs to go down.
right.
And
I
then
just
like sure it's going to be worse stat wise, but you could definitely tell that they did not hold back with the passive at all, which some of the times they do with TURs compared to LRs, but no, this is it's insane. It's
right.
I'm very excited for this unit to drop to see like how he looks in game for sure.
And that's just not that's not all he has. You know, he has an active skill.
Right.
It can which can be activated when HP is 50% or less, starting from the fourth turn from the start of battle, or when facing 2 or more enemies. The effect is massively raises attack temporarily and causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. Disable an action of every enemy once within a turn. So already, this is a new best world tournament unit. Uh, if you're someone who hates himself and plays world tournament a lot, you're gonna want to summon for this guy. Because I mean, this is a TUR doing mega colossal damage.
I didn't even
I
notice
mean,
that until you resaid
yeah,
that. What
yeah,
were they cooking?
yeah,
This
okay.
is insane.
And then you have his giant form, which activates when HP is 60% or less, starting from the fourth turn from the start of battle once only. And if we go on to the TR, not the TR, the grade 8 form,
Right.
um, his attack stat jumps up to 70,000, which is typical. And then his passive, key plus 3, attacks effective against all types and high chance of performing a critical hit. It's definitely pretty good. I mean, it's not like Cell last year with his rage mode, but to be fair, rage mode only lasts one turn. Giant form usually lasts around 2 turns.
I would probably say what we're gonna see is typical to Orange Piccolo. It might be the same, if not just a little bit better, because instead of having it where Orange Piccolo only got, I think it was a medium chance to crit, and then the key, it is a high chance to perform a crit. The only thing I could think of that would make it a little bit worse is that you would only be able to hit 12 keys instead of 18 keys. So it's like we probably need to see it in game first before judging. I would probably say that if we compared Orange Pickle and this pickle is like 12 key, though, it'd probably be around the same stats. But I would probably prefer this passive where it's just like the attack's effective against all types and high chance to crit. Because then it's like if you pull the new unit, or like I was saying, Orange Pickle, for example, and you don't have um, a lot of hidden potential to work with, you're not going to be able to do too much damage in the giant form, which is what I've noticed if you're facing type disadvantage enemies. So having it where he's just good against all, and then half of the time it's great against all, I think that is definitely better. Even if, like I was saying, it might hit lower damage, I'd rather take the guaranteed better against all, like I was saying, which is I definitely think this is fine. What
Yeah.
do you think?
Yeah, I think he. I mean, this Piccolo seems pretty good. Um, he's in, so you might want to get a copy, extra copy of him.
Right.
But I mean, he looks pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go to Goku?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then one thing that I forgot to say was that the massively raised attack temporarily. I don't was Orange Pickles massively raised too?
For what
Super attack effect?
his super attack effect?
I thought it was only greatly. I might be wrong on that though.
No, it's just attacking like regular 30% raise on super.
Oh, okay. So then yeah, it might hit the same attack stats.
It's his active skill that does massively raise attack.
Oh.
So
Um
his active is massively raising attack and doing mega colossal.
right. Okay. And then here we got you. It's you. It's you.
Hey, it's me, Goku.
That's looking good. Earthbred fighters and powerful comeback. Well, actually, no. You should do this one because you're Goku. My bad. My bad.
All
I
right,
was
all
I
right,
was
all right.
overstepping your territory.
Yeah. Get step back. I got this. Earthbred fighters are powerful comeback category key plus 3 and attack HP attack and defense 170 plus an additional HP attack and defense plus 30% for characters who also belong to the Battle of Fate or World Tournament category. This is what I was saying before. Powerful comeback is pretty stacked because look at the units on there. You have the 8 years. Um, what is it? I think Orange Piccolo's on it, right?
Birdcue is on it. I know that for sure.
Berkey's on it. Essentially all the characters that revive. And you might think, why would I want multiple revive units on this team? Well, let's read his passive. All of one's might. Activates the entrance animation upon entry, once only. Guards all attacks for 1 turn from start of turn. Key +2, and attack and defense was 101% for 5 turns from start of turn. Key +3, and attack and defense was 150%. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% when each attack received up to 100%. Attacks effective against all types when facing only one enemy. High chance of nullifying Key Blast super attacks directed at the character. High chance of guarding all attacks. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack for 4 turns when guard is activated. Plus an additional defense plus 20% whenever guard is activated, up to 100%. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 150%. Launches an additional super attack and guards all attacks starting from the turn in which this character or an ally's revival skill is activated. So we finally have a solution to not being able to run multiple revived characters on a team. Let's say you only have Bird Q and you want to run him on this team. You can not go into the standby mode for Goku, let Bird Q revive, and both this Goku and Bird Q will have guard for the rest of the match. It's definitely a pretty good solution, I would say.
Yeah. I think it is it's the best thing that they could have done. Like I was saying in the past, they need to definitely change something with the revives, because as more and more units come out, you run into the situation where you don't know which unit to prioritize the revive for, or it could even make a unit worse later on, like Bird Q, where if you're under the 58% HP and then you already popped the GT Duo's active skill and they're already reviving, then you just lose Bird Q's whole kit basically, where he can't guard anymore. So it makes it a lot harder to want to run that unit if you can't vital or prioritize that revive. But hopefully they do more stuff like this, where if you aren't able to get the revive, it's still going to improve the unit in some capacity. Because if they just made it where it was the guard and then the launches an additional super and the 150% attack and defense only when he was able to revive, it would have made this guy like 2 times worse.
Right.
Easily. Because they added that
Oh,
like one specific line where it's just or an allies, it's over. Like it's as good as it could get.
like,
Links are not that good though.
yeah,
Like world
world
tournament
tournament
champion.
champion.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
the
they
the
spoiled.
looks.
They spoiled. This is the moment before he won.
Yeah, I thought Goku lost the fight.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought this is where Goku's journey ends. They've spoiled it.
they spoiled. I'm gonna have to talk to Akatsuki. They
Yeah,
spoiled it for me.
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
It
I
is
don't know why he doesn't have Kamehameha. Like I understand he has Infighter because that's what's all the other King Gokus have Infighter.
right.
Saiyan lineage is nice, you know. You know who else has Saiyan lineage and all in the family?
And Infighter, and Fierce Battle,
Tech Ultimate Gohan.
and Physical Ultimate Gohan. This guy's gonna revive him. He's gonna
Oh, yep, he's reviving him.
he's reviving. Wait, actually, not saying lineage.
Oh, he doesn't have Saiyan lineage.
Doesn't Fizz Ultimate Gohan not have Saiyan lineage? I
I
thought
don't
that
know.
was a thing
I
that
do
people
not
were
own
upset
that unit.
about.
I do not own that unit.
Hold on, I'll just quickly check because I have the wiki pulled up on my phone. Let's see.
All right, here. I
Links.
will read the standby skill.
Yeah,
Uh,
no lineage.
yeah, all right. Can be activated when HP is 59% or less, starting from the 6th turn from the start of turn. That's very redundant. Once only. And the standby lasts for 4 turns. A super attack greatly raises attack for a turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. All right, let's look at his standby phase.
No way, he's got the best super attack in the game. None.
Yeah, zero.
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 Nada.
All right, here we go. Passive skill. Unable to attack and get except when finish effect is activated. All allies keep +3 and attack 59%. Earthbred fighters category allies defense plus 50%, self excluded. World tournament category allies plus 50% defense, self-excluded. Foresees enemies super attack. Revives at 59% HP recovered when the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. Once only. Plus an additional attack 590% when finish effect is activated.
Mm.
I mean, um, I will say probably, um, you look at this unit, um, I don't, I don't know if this finish effect super is gonna be hard hitting. Cause remember Pathkus? He also has the attack 590%.
Right. And his doesn't hit that hard either. I
Right.
I do
And
think that like
this,
them not giving it where it's just like a super effective or something like that
right.
does probably hurt this guy a little bit, especially when you look at somebody like the GT duo who stack attack infinitely compared to this guy. And then I don't know. I like if you look at
Right.
that direct correlation, that's not going to do too much. I don't think.
I mean, obviously, the best thing about this guy's standby phase skill is the scouter. So more than likely, what you're going to be doing with this guy is that you're going to pop his standby, see if there's a super, and then reset the app. This is just STR Super Vegito 2.0.
Yeah, the only thing that is kind of iffy is his standby conditions. Like, if they've dropped harder content later on that makes it where you can get to 6 turns plus easily, then sure. But
I mean, honestly, I think 6 turns is barely doable now. Still, even in like Sin,
right,
if you take 2 turns for each of the phases, and then by the end of the physical phase, you'll probably get this guy there. But also health.
one
That's also a condition on it, so
right.
that could be good.
One thing I am kind of curious about is something that you might have noticed is that the GT Duo as well. It automatically kicks you out after the 4 turns
Right.
because they don't want you staying in that that revive forever. So if you technically pop the GT duos and this guy's revive, the attack numbers are going to be insane. Like having I don't know the situation where you would be able to get both revives or both active skills popped, but
Right.
in that I guess like one circumstance where you are able to, it's gonna be over.
Exactly.
Which I do you know if supports make the revives do more damage like on that turn? Like would
Um,
this directly be a buff to GT duos revive and their damage?
I would think so.
Because that's gonna be insane. I think. I obviously, like I said, it's gonna be like a niche situation where you're able to get both of them. You probably just run Kamehameha though, or like it's pure Saiyans, stuff like that. Physical Goku leader, and then
No
throw both of
Kamehameha Link.
these.
No Kamehameha Link.
Whee! Yeah, who isn't there like a another Goku that did that too? It was like SCR Namek Goku. They should have definitely stopped it with him. But they just didn't give him the Kamehameha link for whatever reason.
Right.
But I mean, even without it, they obviously had to fit in the Dragon Ball link somewhere. But it's take out Inviter, please. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I don't think the one link takes away from the amount of stuff that he's doing. And then one of the things that I was talking about earlier, it showed again in this passive. It attacks effective against all types when facing only one enemy. And it does make me very skeptical on what is coming if they keep spamming this only one enemy. If the next red zone or whatever event that they're gonna drop is gonna have like 5 plus, and we're gonna die turn one, is what I'm assuming. We just get
Yeah.
like a teaser in the game that it's just like Uh, you have to fight every single squadron. Like they're just gonna be buffing all of the other red zones. So you have to fight Cooler Squadron, and then you fight Cooler. You have to fight all of these guys. You gotta fight Frieza's minions. Yippee!
Right. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to be surprised if worldwide we have a big jump again.
Right. I definitely with the amount of units that are coming out, or that are just clearing the content that is already available. I wouldn't be surprised either, especially on global. If you're a global user such as us, and you're getting all of these brand new shiny units, and then you go into red zone and you're like, damn, this is easy. Like it's we need something new to be able to take and see the full capacity of some of these units, because it's just like if you look at Fizz God Goku, you look at this new Goku, look at Piccolo, and the amount of just words upon words that is in their passive, it's insane. That it's almost impossible to be able to take some of these units into the hard content and see the full capabilities of them when you can't really. It's just like it's impossible. We just need that high content or harder content jump again. I feel like
Yeah.
because isn't hold on, let me turn the voice down a little bit. Isn't Cell Max still the hardest hitting unit like
Um,
standalone?
what do you mean, like super attack wise or normal?
Yeah, super attack wise.
Um, I think so. I think the thing with Sin is that he can hit harder because he's lowering your defense.
Right. I guess that's fair enough.
So
But
it's like technically, you know,
yeah, I mean, like if you look at like damage wise, because of your defense being lowered, it does do more, but it could always be countered, I guess, with damage reduction and stuff like that. So, but let's go ahead and look at the animations. I think they did a fantastic job with these. Like it is amazing. And like I was saying, Goku's voice does sound a little weird, but it's okay. Gonna get some time getting used to, and they did the best what they could.
it's just okay.
Hey, what's that? That's crazy. I wonder what that was.
I don't know. It's not in his links.
It's not in his links. It's the STR Ultimate Gohan.
I think that was just a basic energy link.
So I was actually wrong, and then this was the counter. I thought because they voiced it inside of the trailer, so I was kind of confused.
Good thing is, you've missed my vital organs.
There's the SSR art for Piccolo.
Yeah, yippee! It's always good to see the SSR and like the super attacks and stuff, because you get to see it just like the beautifully done work, you know.
Right.
I told you. I won't lose.
Look how good this is.
So good, so good. I don't know if this is like the finisher, like the where he laughs specifically because it's a zoom in.
It might. I think it's just it plays.
It
And
plays regardless. You think?
yeah, because for like the 8 years, I'm pretty sure it shows like the KO
Hmm.
on their thing within the
Oh, that's
animation.
true. It does show the KO. You're right.
So this might just be like Super Saiyan Goku Gohan or active after they do their active and
Right.
like the little speech.
Right. Let's go ahead and look at the King Piccolo, of course.
I am Demon King
Demon,
Piccolo
Demon King Piccolo
Reborn.
Reborn.
I will once again reign as the world's strongest.
I am a little bit sad because this line on JP is Orange Piccolo's line, but instead of him saying that he's going to protect the Earth, he says he's going to conquer the Earth. So it is like kind of like a throwback, you know, with or that's like a tie-in, you know, to Orange Piccolo, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal.
Strongest.
When they first showed this, I almost thought it could be activated like turn 1. Because it is kind of weird how they show the giant active skill first.
Right, you think like, oh, he just has giant form, but then he has like all of this.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a turn one transformation, and then he de-transforms. Oh. Just a transformation.
Get away! This OST right here is crazy.
Just you wait.
Yeah, global shenanigans though, where we can't hear it. I do like this effect. That like little squiggles effect is always really nice to see.
Why is his head? Why is his head so big in that shot? Go back. Go back. Go back. After this is over.
Oh, sure.
Just look at the frame where he says die. His head is so massive. Look at it. It's swollen. He's Mega Mind.
He truly is. Well, he had to charge up, of course, so his brain got bigger.
Yeah, he got smarter.
Yeah, like he knew that this was the only way he could win. Clearly. But yeah.
No. I'm just gonna block it.
Oh, so true, so true.
Why didn't Majin Buu just block Vegeta's final explosion?
He should have really. I think that these are though better than most of the stuff we've seen for sure. You know, like
these units are definitely better than last year's.
Yes, for sure. And the year before,
year, Goku, Gohan, and Cell were just like weird and wonky.
right?
And they would have parts, and they're like when you use them, that they're just like bad.
They were very situational, especially with the guard and stuff. Like if SCR Gohan was just like turn 1, he would probably still be used today. But because they had to make it where you have to like build up to the Gohan after the 5 super attacks, it's just bad. But then you look at something like here, where it's just like, okay, the only situational thing is like if I'm facing one enemy, and then that's only type effective. Like, that's not that big of a deal to if you don't have. It's definitely like really good to have, but it's not like mandatory, you know. It's just like an extra. But this was good. But that is all the time that we have for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Hope you guys have good luck summoning. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.